just want to jump in and tell a motherfucker, man, that if you was a piece of shit and you woke up this morning, man, you should go back to sleep, motherfucker. I don't understand why motherfuckers out here in the world is playing, man. Motherfuckers out here want to cry all about a piece of shit ass motherfucker, man. How the fuck can you ask me to help you bury a piece of shit ass motherfucker? If your motherfucking child, mama, daddy out here stealing or taking something from a motherfucker and they put them in a bag, fuck them. I keep telling motherfuckers 8 to 18, you look at a motherfucker wrong, you better put him in a bag, man. I see so many motherfucking stories where motherfuckers get caught slipping just playing in the world and ain't got nothing better to do, man. If little Timmy or little Jimmy or little Benjamin out here climbing in a motherfucker window of their car and a motherfucker put them in a bag, they deserve that shit, man. It ain't no excuse for a motherfucker sitting there crying about a motherfucker that wasn't doing nothing productive on this earth when they was here, man. Ain't no way that I'm gonna sit here and drop no motherfucking tears for a piece of shit ass motherfucker. And I ain't gonna pay attention to no motherfucking washed up ass rapper or no motherfucker on here that think they gonna give me game when it took them 50 years to figure out what the fuck to do they self, man. How the fuck a motherfucker that ain't never had shit in their motherfucking life gonna tell you how to get something, man? That's not possible, man. A lot of motherfuckers just drop in the world and get lucky, just go viral, man. But really, I ain't talking about shit, man. You know, that's like the vice president trying to become the president, Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris ain't motherfucking black. She's 23% of what the fuck. And she ain't never done nothing productive for black folks, and she ain't done nothing productive for America, man. If you think about it, every vice president do something. They always be more productive than the president. The whole time that Joe Biden and Kamala Harris have been in office, man, we barely hear from either one of them, man. Only way I knew that we had a president is every once in a while somebody would say something about him. And the vice president wasn't putting no motherfucking shine on the world like she should have, man. And the only reason they letting her step in the spot of Joe Biden, is because they know he wasn't going to win, man. And they didn't want to take a chance of that man running for office and passing away before he even got a chance. And Donald Trump ain't he ain't the best motherfucking candidate for the situation, but man, we finna be in for a world of motherfucking trouble come November, man. Motherfuckers see the chaos in the streets and really ain't caught on to what's really going on around them, man. It's a lot of motherfucking shit that's already plotting and planning with militias and motherfucking hate groups and motherfuckers that call themselves gangs, man. Motherfuckers are plotting and planning and trying to figure out what the next motherfucking move is. And if you get caught slipping like you did with the pandemic, the only difference with the pandemic, the government was there to save your ass. The only thing gonna better save your ass if it's chaos in the streets and the government is overthrown or going crazy because Donald Trump or someone else don't want to let the motherfucking world be free, then the best thing for you to do is to motherfucking knuckle up and bear up, man. I'm just keeping it real. A lot of motherfuckers ain't gonna tell you the truth because they gonna try to sugarcoat the truth or hide behind their sponsors, man. A lot of motherfuckers can't talk about certain people or certain type because their sponsors won't let them. That's like, I can't understand how a motherfucker could sit there and listen or look at the Breakfast Club knowing that the kind of people they have on there, man. You have a motherfucker on there, Charlemagne Leonard. I refuse to call him anything but that. Is a fucking child rapist, man. This motherfucker is a child rapist. Pled guilty to it, but every day he on this motherfucking platform trying to tell somebody else how to live their motherfucking life. How is that even fucking possible, man? You know, I keep telling motherfuckers, if you see bullshit, you're supposed to point it out. Ain't no way you supposed to let a motherfucker get away with doing something to someone. Because if they let them get, like, motherfuckers want to holler out like it was a shock that R. Kelly done the things he did when he was bragging about it in the 90s about pissing on motherfuckers. And everybody loved it. There was some females out there that couldn't wait for a motherfucker to piss on them out there here at R. Kelly. For real. You know, a lot of these motherfucking males and females imitate these rappers. That's just like when they tell them motherfuckers, them young motherfuckers out here putting Xanax bars and shit in their ass and shit because somebody told them put a Xanax bar in their booty and it make them feel better. Drink this, smoke that. That's what they tell these young motherfuckers. They tell them do this, do that. It's going to make you feel this way. And they do it. No matter what. You know what I mean? Then you get a motherfucker like Lil Durk. I was reading about his son that shot his stepdad. And the only thing I can think about is, man, Lil Durk better be glad it wasn't me as his stepdaddy, because they would have been putting that young motherfucker in a bag, man. They'd have been zipping his ass up, already been doing salute, putting him on a t-shirt, man. That's why I keep telling motherfuckers, a lot of motherfuckers don't understand that a lot of motherfuckers out here prepared to put a motherfucker on a t-shirt. You know, they know the consequence of the situation. And if you ain't doing nothing wrong and you put a motherfucker in a bag, man, you supposed to be happy, man. You might have saved somebody else's grandmama from getting mugged or getting robbed, man. That's what a lot of people don't understand. You cannot not have order in the streets. That's like, I always say, you know, fuck 12, this, and that, but I know that you got to have some kind of order in the streets, man. Because a lot of people can't protect themselves like I can or you may be able to, man. It's a lot of people out here that can barely walk and talk, that live on their own, and they easy prey for these young, silly motherfuckers, man. So you got to have somebody to be able to protect them. If you ain't got nobody to protect the motherfucker that can't protect themselves, and you want to cry about a motherfucker frisking your child walking down the street because they look like they fucking throwed the fuck off with a hoodie on and it's 102 degrees outside, then you need to go either protect your motherfucking grandmama from them other young motherfuckers or tell your child to go get some motherfucking help. Because something ain't right with a motherfucker that walk around in 100 and some degrees weather with a motherfucking wool sweater on, man. They not right. Them young motherfuckers out here trying every and any kind of drug that you can throw at them. Just because somebody told them it made them feel this way. It made them feel that way. When I was growing up, a motherfucker didn't try shit that didn't make sense. And why the fuck would you try something that somebody say might kill you, man? Ain't no way a motherfucker gonna pass me this blunt and say that's that shit they call knockoff. What you mean knock? It's gonna knock you off after you hit it, man. I don't want it. I don't want anything that got a chance to take me up off this earth, man. Nothing. That's why I don't fuck with random hoes and I don't deal with random ass niggas. You can't. You gotta stick with the motherfucker that stick with you, man. And me, myself, I see myself being on a whole nother level, man. People don't understand this, but behind the scenes, man, a nigga like me getting it. I'm getting it on this internet, man. These motherfuckers are paying me to talk this shit and tell the truth. I'm not one of these motherfuckers that just get over here that just looking for attention. I'm a real motherfucking content creator, a real motherfucking hood nigga, man. That's why my shit called Hood News Reporter. Because I'm a hood nigga, man. Ain't nothing watered down about me. I ain't never told on a motherfucker in my life. A motherfucker can't even say that I was a school monitor in school. I ain't even told on a motherfucker in my motherfucking life and don't want to fuck with a motherfucker that tell on a motherfucker, man. I never understood how a motherfucker could deal with a motherfucker that told on somebody. They out here celebrating motherfucking rats in the streets. Who would have thought that shit 20, 30 years ago that motherfuckers would be out here celebrating rats in the streets? I never in my motherfucking life thought that people in the world would be celebrating rats in the streets. They are rewarding motherfucking rats with motherfucking checks to come on platforms and explain why and how they told on a motherfucker, man. How is that even possible?